All right, hello everybody. Welcome to Q&A live stream number 22, guys. That's right. This is the 22nd Q&A live stream, with the time being approximately 5:58 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, we're going to give everybody a couple minutes here to go ahead and come on into the queue, and then we will get started with today's topics. So I finally have my trusted monitor working today. So yeah. Oh, hello there, Dylan Jesus. How are you? So we're gonna be going over a couple of things today. What's next for the channel, and just some more stuff. So I have been coming back in content, guys, as you've seen. I visited Westfield Garden State Plaza yesterday. I filmed the Otis Series 1 at Nordstrom's, and also I made a little fun video with the Kone parking deck elevators, because that thing was just, it was behaving so badly. Like, I literally had to capture it on video for Westfield to see how embarrassing it is that they can't maintain their elevators. It's kind of sad, actually, but my good friend DEA41396 Return said about 6 years ago that the elevators were a terrible choice, especially for a high traffic setting like Paramus. And I agree with him hands down. That was probably the worst thing that Westfield ever installed in that mall. And unfortunately, when the mall does the next redevelopment project, which we're going to get into a little bit later in this live stream, they're going to install Kone. But I do have some stuff to show you guys during the stream that I saw at Westfield Garden State Plaza yesterday, but I'm actually going to save it for a little bit into later within the live stream, so that a lot of people can see it. So anyways, so give me, guys, just 1 second here. I actually want to go ahead and relocate some posters, so give me 1 second here. I just have to angle this the right way. All right, there we go. Give me 1 second, guys. I don't know why this stupid poster is here. The poster. Yeah, I need to just relocate something. Okay. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. Yeah, well, I'll give everybody a little bit. I want to give people at least a little bit of time to join the live stream. I don't want to start getting into discussions just yet. I want to give everybody a chance to at least join the live stream before we start getting into a little bit of discussion here. But in the meantime, Dylan Jesus, how are you doing, man? I know you've been commenting on my videos recently. So, oh, I heard Shopko is closing all stores. I heard about that. I don't know what Shopko is, but that's kind of sad to see them go. So, anyways, wow, this is I guess no one's really. All right, we'll give everybody a few more minutes here to join. So, anyways, I'm gonna actually go ahead and pull up some things here just to watch. I actually went walking today. Oh, here we go. Someone else is here. Okay. All right. So, anyways, so the first thing I wanted to get into today is I wanted to talk about the next content for my channel. So, as a lot of you may have seen, I recently went to AMC at Ridgefield Park 12, and that was because I wanted to see. I went to go see a movie with my fellow classmates. It was basically a reward for finishing some type of paper. So they took us to the movies because of it. And I saw the Captain Marvel movie. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Marvel, but it wasn't bad. It was still a pretty good movie. And hey, I didn't have to do any school, so that's nice. So, anyways, Macy's at Plymouth Meeting Mall. Let me see. I know where that is. It's right near, Plymouth Meeting Mall is near King of Prussia, I believe. Let's see. Plymouth Meeting Mall. This is, the mall entrance in 2018. I think a replacement was announced. Oh, here we go. So Burlington, the discount store, Dick's Sporting Goods, and Edge Fitness. So what I'm thinking is Burlington is going to be on the first floor, Dick's Sporting Goods is going to be on the second floor, and the fitness center is probably going to be on the third floor. I think that's how they're splitting up a lot of anchor spaces these days. Yeah, a lot of these days, the traditional anchor department store is pretty much being closed, and they're either knocking the old department store down, or they're splitting it up into several smaller stores. Sometimes the store takes up the whole floor. Sometimes the store will take up a section of the store, and it'll be on different floors of that section of the store. It really just depends on how you can divide up an old anchor spot, which is a local, two local malls near me are doing that. The former Sears at the Paramus Park is becoming a Stu Leonard's and a movie theater, and the J.C. Penney store at Westfield Garden State Plaza is expected to have some new stores, and we're looking at a new Dave & Buster's, I believe, at the mall. I can't confirm anything about that, but it looks like we're getting a Dave & Buster's. They just haven't made a formal announcement. Again, I actually tried to message the mall yesterday, and they are not budging. I guess they're just waiting until everything is together. So clearly, they're not confirming anything until it's 100%, and they want to press it for media release to the media. So I guess we just have to play the waiting game. Westfield is really making us wait for this new news. So, anyways, but if you guys have any questions in the meantime, please feel free to type them in the comments below. I'm actually going to wait until a few more people get here, and we'll get into what's next for the channel, and what's coming up, and all that stuff. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. It actually has all the elevator brands on it. It says Otis, Kone, ThyssenKrupp, and if you look all the way over there, it says Schindler. What happened to Sears at Crystal Run? I think it became a go-kart place. I'm not sure. I can't confirm that. Let me see. Galleria at Crystal Run. Because those are the same people that actually maintain the Palisade Center. I can't confirm that though. Let me see. I'm actually on their website right now. Let's see. Oh, I forgot they had an AMC here. Oh, and they have a Macy's backstage. Interesting. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Map. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Map. Directory. No, it's the same freaking thing. Oh, you know what? You might have to click on the store to see the map. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so what I can tell you is the Gallery at Crystal Run replaced the upper. It looks like they replaced the upper level of Sears with a Gold's Gym, and the lower level of the Sears store got divided in half. So a Gold's Gym takes up the upper level, and something else takes on the lower level, or it just remains abandoned as of now. But yeah, that's all I can say about the former Sears as of right now. I'm literally like looking at the map right here. I can even show you. See right there. You can see the Sears was on the right, and you can see it says Gold's Gym, and the first on the first level of the former Sears store, it's just split in half. So that's typically, I mean, what happens with a lot of these department stores in particular. So, anyways, I'm gonna just kind of move this to get this on the edge. There we go. So, anyways, I'm surprised that not a lot of people are on. Maybe, you know what? It was a really nice day today, so I could see why that there's not a lot of people on. Yes, American Dream got pushed back to fall 2019. I have a really good feeling it's gonna be like they're gonna open it up by like Christmas. It was supposed to be summer, but they freaking pushed it back to fall. I was just like, damn. And they missed out on some crazy summer. I mean, there was so much hype for that to open up in the summer. That's devastating, especially for many families that plan their vacations to New York over the summer. I would never, because I'm like 10 minutes away from New York City. The fact that it's not open, they're going to lose out on a lot of tourism, especially during the summer, because that's when a lot of people like to visit New York. But anyways. That being said, there's not really any major store closings at the moment, except for J.C. Penney closing at Hamilton Mall in Smith Haven. Walmart actually is closing a few stores, but none around here. Obviously, they wouldn't close one. The only time they closed the Walmart around here was in White Plains, and that was just because they didn't want to have that focus on having that store. They wanted to focus on a much smaller store. So, you know what else I saw? Interestingly enough, that's just my phone going on downstairs. Abandoned Radio Shack. That was by Jake Williams, Bright Sun Films, who features Jake Williams. I absolutely love his content, guys. If you haven't checked him out, he actually makes some really good videos. Like, he really goes in depth about all the abandoned places and buildings. It's actually it's a really cool channel. I strongly advise you to check out his channel. It's a really good channel. He does a fantastic job with editing his videos. Like, top of the line. I believe he uses Final Cut Pro. I mean, I use iMovie just because it's easy, but if I took a course on Final Cut Pro, I would definitely use it for my videos. So, anyways, getting back to the point here. There's not really any major, like, stores opening or closing at the moment. I mean, unless you have to count Payless. But I never really shopped at Payless. Just trying to see if there's anything else here. Oh, no. I already made a video about Burlington opening up Bergentown Center. Yeah, Burlington at the Outlets of Bergentown Center. Actually, we can confirm that they have an opening date for Thursday, May 3rd, 2018. Oh, hello there. How are you, man? Nice to see you. I don't know why this is this. See, like, this has such bad glare. Like, I can't even, like, see, like, part of the thing. I'll try it actually. You know what, I'm going to try and actually do something here, because this thing is giving off a really bad glare, and I do not like it. Hold on, I'm going to actually, like, oh yeah, the glare is horrible. Like, it's really bad. Hopefully that did something. Much better, much better. Oh my god. What a difference. Because the problem was, it was like glaring in, and I just wanted to fix it. Much better. I could definitely see the stuff much better. The glare was just really bad. My fault, guys. But yeah. The only major really store opening happening in Paramus is Burlington, and that's not till May, so there really is nothing else. Where did you get that shirt? I like your roller coaster. Thank you. I actually had a friend, my friend's mom actually made this for me. She actually put all the elevator company brands. That's kind of why I wanted to do this live stream, because I wanted to show you guys my shirt. It says Otis, Kone, ThyssenKrupp, and Schindler. So, yeah, and you can see it says Sito over here, as you can see. But it's a really cool shirt, and I really do appreciate it. Yeah, she made it for me. My friend's mom made it for me. Or actually, no, she ordered it for me, but she put like the names of the elevators. It's a cool shirt. I like it. I like it a lot. It's a really nice shirt and very comfortable too. You know, but I mean, I wore it today because it was actually nice today. It wasn't freaking cold, although it's gonna be cold tomorrow. But anyways, but yeah, it's a pretty nice shirt. In other news, the Toys R Us on Route 17 got bought by Big Lots, and Big Lots is finally coming to Paramus. I actually never thought that we'd get a Big Lots in Paramus, but we're finally getting a Big Lots, so that's something. So new chocolate place opened up at the mall. I'm not gonna get into it. It's just a chocolate place. It's nothing exciting. Is BJ's opening up in Hanover? You mean which one? The Wholesale Club or the Brew House? Oh, you mean the Wholesale Club? Yep, here we go. This was a year ago. There's gonna be a Lowe's instead of a BJ's, so there'll be no BJ's Wholesale Club there. It'll be just a Lowe's instead. We have a Lowe's near my house. It's right at the what's it called, the Rutherford Commons, and then we have the Home Depot in Lodi. Hello there, Elevator Crazy. How are you? And Ultra Eric. Yes, it is. Especially if you go to the one in East Rutherford, it's awful. Oh my god. Guys, I hate going to that BJ's. I really do. I prefer the Costco over at Teterboro Landing. The problem is that BJ's in East Rutherford. Oh, it's Korean. Yeah, I don't know Korean. Sorry. um. Anyways, but yeah, BJ's is really trashy, especially if you visit the one in East Rutherford. That parking lot. Oh, it's so disgusting. I personally don't like going there. I mean, my mom goes there a lot for obviously to get stuff, but I do not like going there. Team Otis, yes, Team Otis. Hashtag Team Otis. Yes, yeah, it's kind of you either get crappy parking lot or a parking lot where you can't even find a space. But I mean, basically, I mean, if the parking lot is really hard at Costco, it basically means that Costco is doing really well. The shops at Hudson Yards, yes. Yeah, that mall is beautiful. Yeah, it's gonna be packed for a while because it's opened. Not everybody has seen it yet, so I'll probably go when the crowds die down. Because I mean, if you go right now, it'll be packed. It'll be packed as hell because no one's seen it before. But that place is, and I'm sorry for using language here. That place is fucking beautiful. I mean, they fucking poured money into that shit. It looks gorgeous. Like, wow, wow. And that thing where you climb up on the stairs, that's pretty cool. The whole mall concept there is very nice. I think they did a beautiful job on that mall. Yeah, no, definitely. If when I'm in the city, I mean, I guess I'll try and go see it, but it's probably mission impossible to get a video camera in there. I know this summer, the Krispy Kreme's coming to East Rutherford. Yeah, no, it's you have to go. You have to. I mean, it's probably not packed during the week, but then again, it is a tourist attraction, so it'll probably be packed anytime. But oh, there goes my bill. Great, and here goes everybody downstairs. Have you been to the Penn Station's Penn Station Kmart? And there go my dogs. Yes, I have my dogs over, so that's what you guys are hearing in the background. I can't do anything about that. I'm pretty good, thank you for asking. Have I been to the Kmart at Penn Station? Yes, many years ago though. I haven't been back there since. Well, I don't have a Kmart in Lodi anymore. I got harassed there, and they almost freaking charged me with trespassing there. So, have you ever heard of GRM Adventures? No. No, I have not. But anyways, so let me see what else we have. Oh, just the Kmart thing. But yeah, yeah. No, I've been to the Penn Station Kmart a couple of years ago. But yeah, I don't have a Kmart near my house now. The closest one is like Bellevue, or if I really want to go within Bergen County, Westwood. And Westwood is about a half an hour drive from me. My orthodontist is actually up there. So, but I don't typically shop at Kmart, unfortunately. I mean, I really don't have a need, and I'm sorry, but their decor is dated. We all know what's happening with them and Eddie Lampert, and I just don't want to get into it. Who is my favorite YouTuber? I think it would have to be somewhere between This Is Dan Bell or Jake Williams. I think that they just make some really good content. I like Dan Bell, Ace's Adventures. Um, Ashburn Hill Kmart for me, Montgomery County, Maryland. There's not too many Kmart's and Sears left. I mean, Bergen County itself only has. I'll tell you guys this really quickly. Kmart was home to. I'm sorry, Bergen County was home to five Kmart's. You had Paramus, Lodi, Elmwood Park, Closter, and Westwood. Paramus closed in 2014, followed by Closter in 2015, followed by Lodi in 2016, followed by Elmwood Park in 2018, about 2 years later, because then you had the Sears announcement at Paramus Park right before the Kmart in Elmwood Park closed, and Westwood is now the only single Kmart left in Bergen County. If Macy's were to close at that mall, I think it would be the beginning of the end, unless they try and change the demographic of stores in that mall. But I think if Macy's closes, I think that would be a huge blow to the mall because that means the largest suburban department store in the United States of America would be going away. Now, see, that is something I would go out to Long Island for. Yeah, typically when people are smaller, they like to talk to them, but when they get bigger, they distance themselves from the lower channels. It kind of makes them look bad, unfortunately. But you just have to live with it and just watch their content. I mean, it's some good stuff, but Dan Bell can be kind of picky. I've heard people say things about him and stuff, so you're definitely not the first to say that. That's for sure. Um, yeah. So now that you're all here, I wanted to show you guys these crazy pictures from J.C. Penney, and I couldn't believe it. This is actually the J.C. Penney inside of the J.C. Penney at Westfield Garden State Plaza right now. What? You actually went to the Cheeseburger in Paradise in Secaucus? Hicksville Mall is great. Also, he lives in my parents' neighborhood. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you've ever been there, but I mean, you're more than happy to. Oh, you didn't go. Okay. But I wanted to show you guys this image. Westfield hasn't announced anything, but I actually went to the mall yesterday, and oh, okay, I get it, man, totally. And this is what J.C. Penney looked like, the inside of it. I couldn't believe it, that they would actually be doing this. No media has been reported about this, and I can't believe that they're actually like starting to rip up the floor. So they're definitely doing something. They're just waiting to announce it. So, but yeah, it looks like they're ripping up some floor and some of the ceiling. This is J.C. Penney at the Westfield Garden State Plaza in Paramus, New Jersey. They started ripping up. No, not the Rainforest Cafe. This is J.C. Penney in Paramus. It looks like they started ripping up some of the floor, and it looks like pretty soon we're going to be getting a. The elevators are still there. But from the picture I took, and I obviously took it from public view because I definitely didn't want to go inside the store and then get freaking, charged with trespassing on private property. Yeah, you can do that when you're over 18. But anyways, but yeah, it's I think they are getting ready to redo the space because because they wouldn't just start ripping up the floor if they knew what they were doing, but. Um, just from looking at this picture, I can definitely tell that Westfield is going to drop the ball any day now. Now they could wait till May. I don't know. Yes, I heard about Gap closing on Fifth Avenue. There used to be one in the Towson Town Center. The closest is one near. There used to be one in Towson Town Center. The closest one. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, the closest J.C. Penney for me now is Rainforest Cafe. Oh yeah, that's right. We have two Rainforest Cafes in New Jersey, Menlo Park and Atlantic City. But yeah, the closest J.C. Penney to me now is at the Wayne Town Center or Newport Center. Yep, I heard about Gap separating from Old Navy because Old Navy is more successful than Gap. So Old Navy will now be its own company. I think Old Navy is going to be taking on some other brands too with it. But yeah, Gap is really struggling. It's really sad it would be really sad if they go out. But they like Uniqlo and stuff. Have you ever gotten stuck in an elevator before? No, and I consider this to be lucky. I almost got stuck in the Bloomingdale's one at Roosevelt Field. So yeah, yeah. No, the closest Penny's is about a 20-minute drive west because I don't prefer Newport. They've been voted best mall on Long Island for 2019. Oh, nice. Yeah, Broadway Commons. I hear a lot of good things about Broadway Commons. So I hope Macy's will stay though. It would really be sad if that Macy's closes, especially those nice vintage elevators. That would be a shame to see that store go. Not only would it be a shame because the store's going to close and the elevators, but That's guys. That Macy's at Broadway Commons is the largest suburban department store in the United States of America, and that is crazy. Oh, nice, 3 times. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yep, also former Stearns. No, I have not filmed at the Hicksville Mall. It's just a hop and a skip and a leap from the LIRR. No, I've been, many people have said, take the LIRR. I would, trust me, I have New Jersey Transit stations near my house, so it's not impossible to do, but the timing and stuff, it's just, and I do have a friend that lives out there, but it's just timing, honestly. And I can honestly do it. If I go to the store early in the morning, right when it opens, I can kind of get in there and get out as soon as possible. That's what I typically like to do. Like, I don't like to spend all day there. Yeah, down the road when I secure like a job or something, then I would think about taking the LIRR. Yeah, because you know what? For me, I can do New Jersey Transit right into Penn Station and then transfer to the LIRR. So, but it's quite a possibility. I might do it down the road because I definitely want to experience the LIRR. I actually have another friend that I go to school with, and he's been on the Long Island Railroad, and well, that's because he's from New York City. So, yeah. Anyways, but yeah, it's definitely something I need to experience one time at least. But yeah, so I know the last, yes, I wanted to get into this with you guys. The last Blockbuster in Australia, I mean, yep, closed. So now the last Blockbuster on the planet of Earth is in Bend, Oregon, and that store has no plans to close, which honestly to me is crazy. That's okay. No, 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 no. That was never Make Eric or Simon. Broadway Commons, I think was owned by somebody else, and then they sold it off. I'm not sure who it was owned by. It could have been Make Eric, and then they sold it off. I don't remember. I'm not 100%. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. And you know what? They showed that the lady actually goes to like Target, to buy the DVDs. And that's just because Blockbuster as a company just really doesn't exist anymore. That Blockbuster in Bend, Oregon is basically just a family operated Blockbuster, which actually is kind of cool and unique at the same time. But if I'm definitely in Bend, Oregon, I would visit it. Target is replacing Toys R Us in Brooklyn, New York. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that. Yeah, a lot of stores are moving into the former Toys R Us's. You got Targets, the two Toys R Us in premises. It's its own thing. Yeah, me too. I would love to go. But yeah, yeah. Anyways, so a lot of the Toys R Us's got turned in, are starting to finally find tenants. A lot of the former ones, at least. I just saw that one Target, the two premise ones got gobbled up, but by two different businesses. They got the one on Route 4 got gobbled up by Raymore and Flanigan to become another Raymore and Flanigan furniture outlet, which I still think that's very stupid. Like, why would you have two different furniture outlet stores literally on the same goddamn highway? That to me just doesn't make sense. And then you have Big Lots taking over the former Toys R Us on Route 17 North. So some really interesting stuff that's happening with Toys R Us, new stores moving into former Toys R Us's, new stores opening. Not too many closures this year. I mean, I know people have said more, but I haven't really seen the impact this year. Sears and Kmart are owned and operated by a new company. Yes, it's called Transform Holdco LLC. And guess who's the owner of the new company? I'm not even gonna say it. Take a wild guess. I want you guys to guess right now in the chat. Take a wild guess who owns Transform Holdco LLC. Take a wild guess. I'll give you a big hint. It's the only person that the only person that made a bid. Only person. And his name was Eddie Lampert. That's right, Ultra Eric. Ding, 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 ding. If you were on Jeopardy, you would get this answer correct. But yes, Eddie Lampert now owns Sears and Kmart. Yeah, I know. Oh my God, Eddie Lampert, man. I will tell you, that man he is just one fucking smartass of a businessman. And I'm saying that in a sarcastic way. He screwed the shit out of a lot of people. He really did. He screwed a lot of people over. Not only did he screw people over, he screwed over families. That man is evil. He's just doing it for the money. He doesn't care about the stores. The last time he visited the store, I think, was like 2013. Like, come on, dude. He doesn't give a rat's ass about the company. He wants to suck. The only reason why he saved it was because he wanted to keep the ship going on a little bit more so that he could have money for himself and all the executives and stuff. It's so much shit to get into with Sears. I don't even want to waste my breath on it because it's just the man himself has made so many things. Yeah, he's a real estate. That's why they're keeping Sears around, because of fucking real estate. Because it's so fucking goddamn valuable. I'm sorry for the language, but it's true. But it is sad. It's very sad. That got taken down. I tried to do the store tour, and yeah, King of Prussia is too far for me. I did the store tour, but then it got taken down due to copyright. I tried to get it back, but I'm like, you know what? It wasn't even special enough. And I didn't go with my friend Ian because we were going to actually go to that Kmart store, long story short. However, I was getting back from California, and his family was just about to leave for Maine, so the timing was very bad, considering I was just getting back from vacation, and he was about to go on vacation, so the timing was just really bad. And that was just due to timing and stuff, and it just didn't work out. And honestly, it's okay because there's still 2-story level Kmart left in the state, so if that one closes, we'll definitely try and film it. But anyways, that's a video for another time. Let me see what else we got here. They haven't updated the NJ Warren website. Macy's at Nanuet, I called them the other day. They said their items are now 70% off. They are expected to shut down next month, so they only have a few days left in that location. So, anyways, yes, Dunkin' Donuts got kicked out of Garden State Plaza. They put a convenience store and a Five Guys in its place. You know what else got kicked out of Westfield Garden State Plaza? JCPenney, obviously, and I just found out that Johnny Rockets got kicked out of Westfield Garden State Plaza. Just as of yesterday, I had no idea that they weren't there anymore, but they kicked them out. They removed any seating inside the restaurant, and they even took out the seating that they had outside the restaurant. So it's a real shame, you know, because it was like a nice little burger place, but that seems to be no more. Anyways, let's see what else. Let's see what else is closing. I don't think there's anything like major closing, but the American Dream thing is a real shame too. Well, not only is it because they want to bring in new stores and restaurants, but they want to kind of, but the rent there is so high. I mean, it's expensive to have a store there. I mean, you got to have top of the quality, and that's why. Montgomery County, D.C. Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, no, Westfield seems to be kicking out at least the upper scale Westfield malls seem to be kicking out a lot of the lower scale middle class department stores and replacing it with like upper scale amenities. I've seen that become a very trendy thing, especially at Westfield malls, and I think it's because of the new European takeover of what's it called? Unibail Rodamco Westfield, something like that, some European thing. So they're really trying to transform a lot of their centers. I'm surprised that they haven't dropped any malls yet, which I'm really surprised about. I believe so, but I think they're still doing the environmental cleanup. Well, I mean, I went there about 4 weeks ago, so they might actually be knocking down the store, although I don't know. I don't know exactly. But I do know that it's all fenced off, and I guess they're still finishing up the environmental cleanup. So I would assume that's a process. But it looked like that they were in the planning stages of getting ready to take down the building, because as you guys know, that they're building a shop right on the other side of the former Kmart store, and they're going to turn that all into parking. So that's what's happening. And actually, the reason why they're building a shop right there is to relocate another store in Fairlawn, so that store can be, one level parking. So one level parking to get into a one level store. It just makes a lot more sense in 2019. Yes, I like ShopRite a lot more than Stop and Shop. See, the problem is with Stop and Shop is very expensive. So it's not like you can go there and get your money's worth. You know, ShopRite, at least they have coupons and stuff, and you can save, and that's what I really like about ShopRite. And also, it's family oriented. Around here, it's the Insera family supermarkets. They own a whole bunch of them around here, and I believe their corporate office is somewhere in Mawa, I believe. But it's a very nicely family-run supermarket, and you just feel happy there. The cleanliness is pretty good. You know, it's kept up to a high standard at most of them. Some of them are not fantastic, but most Insera supermarkets are pretty good. Typically, I have two ShopRites near my house. The one in Lodi and the one in Wallington. Oh wow, home store. RMVs. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I still don't know what's going in my former Kmart in Lodi. Still abandoned to this very day. We're coming up on, I believe, 3 years now since it closed. And also Pathmark and Hackensack, we're going to be coming up on 4 years. It's the one that Fletcher uses. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm gonna actually check. They actually haven't updated the NJ1 website, so I honestly have no idea who's getting laid off. Let me see, NJ War Notice. Yeah, they updated the website, but they never actually added it back. It's kind of weird. Takes forever to load. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, nothing. Damn. Let's see. And then what I just saw recently in the news about Sears is they're going back to court again. Yep, that's right. Eddie Lampert isn't out of his shoes yet. So. Oh, Zard Hudson Yards. Oh, good. Yeah, you definitely got to watch your ass there. Yes, I heard they're coming back, but they're not coming. But they're not coming back to their locations they sold. But they are coming back. My childhood Kmart in that city closed when I was like 10. Then because Sears Grand that lasted only a hot minute, then was left vacant for many years, and now it's a new giant. Oh, giant supermarkets. Yes, I know what giant supermarkets are. You literally, I mean, you could type up Sears Court. Judge tosses Halloween thing. Eddie Lampert's new Sears faces financial troubles. Bankruptcy judge pushes for new Sears to resolve the dispute. It's just there's so much in the news. It's like back and forth with Sears, but it's just crazy. MEICKG elevator. Interesting. When I get a chance, I will. Oh, wait, what? Oh, giant as in the fruit bowl. Yes. I know exactly what you're talking about. Sure, why not? Yeah, it's a shame, man. Kmart was a great store. It really was. It's a shame they got ruined, especially Sears too. I mean, it was a real American brand. Johnny Ringo's burrito. I'm not from Texas, but I'll look into it. Ames, yes, I remember. I know what Ames is. I think I was a very little baby when they were like going out. Ames. Let me see. Oh yeah, Ames was a discount store. Yeah. I'll take a look at the Johnny Ringo's thing, and I'll take a look at the SA Life Academy when I get the chance. But yeah, I remember Ames. Ames was a great store, although sadly I was only 2 years old when it was still around. When it was around, sadly. And they had their headquarters in Massachusetts, so no wonder they had that. I Hate Escalators from the Modernized Freight Elevator, which of course... oh, Excelsior. Yes, I saw that video. What new stores are coming to Roosevelt Field? Well, that is a great question, my friend. We're gonna both find out that answer together, because I have not been to Roosevelt Field in about 4 years. I honestly have no reason to go to Roosevelt Field, although I was in Garden City, but I had no reason to go there unless something big like is closing there. Then yeah, I'll I'll go out of my way for it. But let me see. Let's see what's coming soon at Roosevelt Field, because they typically have stores that are always, let's see, store type. So now open at Roosevelt Field is Gilly Hicks and Newberry Comics. And coming soon to Roosevelt Field, we have Ataria D State, Fabalytics, Isle Mancage, New York, Ostanio Morani, Riley Rose, and Uticket. A lot of these weird European stores. Dylan DeJesus, this one's for you. These are all the stores that are coming soon to the Roosevelt Field Mall. So you have all Altarad D State, Fabletics, Isle Mancage, New York, Morny, Ostarani Morny, Riley Rose, and Uticket. Like, just really weird. Some really very, very weird stores coming to Roosevelt Field. But I figured you wanted to see it, so anyways. Satellite telling. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, no, I definitely wasn't around for that time. Sister restaurant for Red Lobster, Olive Garden, and then that one. Yes, it is because of James Brock. Yeah, it's a pretty sad day. He was the first elevator filmer to die, unfortunately. Really? I didn't know that. I would play it for you guys, but I'll probably get copyright strike if I do. So I'll take a look at that later. But yeah, I remember Ames. I mean, I don't personally remember going there, but I may have been there as a little kid, like in a stroller. Like I was not grown to see it. I don't know when I Hate Escalators' birthday is. Zayre's offspring included BJ's Wholesale and TJ Maxx and Marshalls. Wow, I didn't know that. Well, that makes sense because those places do really well around here. That's for sure. I think the closest TJ Maxx to my house, I'd have to say Saddlebrook or probably Lyndhurst. Either one of those two. It's probably about the same, really. But typically, I go to Marshalls. The Marshalls is right down at the Liberty Commons shopping center. That's where I typically go if I need something like clothing wise. But Marshalls does really good. I really like Marshalls. They make some pretty good. They have some pretty good quality stuff for a pretty deep discount, which is nice. Yes, I've seen I Hate Escalators. In fact, I actually met him back in April. Interesting person, and he gave a lot of commentary. Do you know Livingston Town Center? Yes, I do. It has a Nordstrom's Rack, a Saks off Fifth, and it's a couple of other stores, I believe. Oh, nice. Unique Thrift Savers, Livingston Town Center. I think I know where that is. Hold on. Livingston Town Center. Payless is expensive. Yes, it is. Livingston Town Center. I actually want to see this. I think from what I remember, I think there was a Nordstrom's Rack that opened up there. Let's see. I can't remember, or maybe it was I think it might have been another Livingston property. Yeah, because this I think has like Subway and stuff. Interesting. Oh, that's like that building. Oh, this is okay. This is some other building. Hanny shut down his Facebook again. I don't know who Hanny is. David NG, been there. I don't know who. Yeah, no, I don't know any of that. Sorry. Oh, Sky Vader. I don't think I've heard of him. Sorry. Yes, Charlotte Russe is closing all their stores. Oh. I don't know why they just did that. Just looking to see what else we got here. Yeah, you know what? And I want to get back into American. I want to get into American Dream here for a couple of minutes. See, American Dream, they had so much hype, like summer 2019, and now it's gonna be fall. They lost out on a lot of customers though. The next department store to leave. What do you mean, my area, or like just in general? The next one to leave. If I personally, if I'll like die. Yeah, yeah. Death is never fun. It's tough to tell. I would have to say either Sears or J.C. Penney. It depends on how everything plays out. But Sears looks like it might be the next. It might be the next one. Although it could honestly outlive J.C. Penney, and I would actually be amazed if that happened. But I have a pretty good feeling that Penny's is going to be kicking around at least for another decade. Um, huh. Yes, it could. You know, if Eddie Lampert were to all of a sudden leave Sears, I think Sears would be done. I think everybody would just say, "Listen, we don't have any investor in our way. We can just close the whole thing." Okay, I will take a look at it after this live stream. I actually want to keep it going here for a little bit. But yeah, uh, I think because right now it's the only reason, and I'm gonna go over this again. The only reason why Sears is still operating as of today is because of Eddie Lampert's bid. Nobody else was interested. The only other people that were interested in Sears was the liquidators, and that would basically mean to liquidate all the store's assets and close all the remaining 400 to 425 Sears and Kmart stores. So nobody had an interest to save it. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, why else would he save Sears? It's all about the real estate. It's all about the value of the stores. Yeah, yep. Yeah, it's a lot of back and forth stuff for Sears and Kmart. I haven't been reading into it. It's crazy. I mean, when something's like official, when there's a big article about Sears, then I'll make a video about it. But I don't want to keep going back and forth because then you guys get bored of it, and I don't want to throw you with that information. I want to throw you with something like major breaking or something that's like confirmed or something. So, okay, yeah. Well, What's your dream car? Let's see. Yeah, Toys R Us is already gone. Kohl's is in the process of closing, and Sears is gone. That's crazy, though. The fact that he was able to buy all those 425 stores for $5.2 billion, a Lamborghini a URS, okay, interesting. But the Sears thing, I think it's really crazy. I mean, I get it. He's this guy that's trying to save jobs, but not really. He's not really into the whole jobs and union thing. He's just in it for the money. I mean, that's what he really only cares about. And a lot of people have been skeptical about Sears. So, but it's a very unfortunate situation. I mean, personally, myself, I'm not very fond of his business practices. He's put a lot of people out of a job in the past 6 years. I mean, and he did it for money. That's the only reason why he did it. He did it for money and nothing else. And of course, for his executives working along with him. He didn't do it for, you know, to try and save and cut on costs. No, he did it for money. That's the only reason. Because guys, and I'll go over this one last time. The only reason why Eddie Lampert wanted to save Sears for the real estate and the money, so he could drag everybody else and make them suffer miserably. The genius behind all of this is any of that for the former CEO. I mean, it's not really congratulations to him. He just wanted it for the real estate. But anyways. Yeah, and that's another thing too. Speaking of people that are just in it for the money, let's actually go into Hudson Bay now. Now, yes, Richard A. Baker. This guy thinks it is a great idea, right? Who cares about a 104-year-old location in New York City? I'm gonna turn this light on actually because it's actually starting to get dark out now. But yeah, I mean, like, who cares about a 104-year-old location of a Lord and Taylor, right? We're gonna just take the $890 million and walk away from the store, right? Because we're Hudson Bay and we can do that. That still doesn't help the situation, though. Just because they made a, quote, exclusive deal with Walmart.com doesn't mean it's a flagship store. I find that to be bullshit, personally. Lord & Taylor, JCPenney, Sears, and Kmart. Kind of makes sense, actually. I mean, I haven't heard what other stores are closing. Yeah, they've been closing stores in the D.C. area, too. But, I mean, the fact that they would close their New York City location is just to show the pathetic leadership at Hudson Bay. I mean, the only thing that I could think of is maybe they want to make their American Dream location a flagship location. I mean, I don't know personally, but that's just stupid. You know, why would you close a 104-year-old location? Look, okay, I can admit, let's close an underperforming store to save money. But when you close a 104-year-old location just for money, absolutely, and Macy's would never do that either, but it's fucking sad. It's sad and pathetic. It's just the pathetic leadership at Hudson Bay, and they care more about profits than the actual store itself, which is sad. You know, it's not good. I'll say that. That's for sure. But anyways, so we're getting almost the hour mark. So if you guys have any last minute questions you want to ask me, go ahead now because, you know. Oh yeah, of course, because it's Hudson Bay. Of course, it's doing great there. But here, no, they don't care about us. See, Hudson Bay would never sell their flagship store in Toronto. That would look bad on them. But in the U.S., they don't care, right? Who cares about a 104-year-old store? Nordstrom's is opening up in New York City. Yep, I heard about that. I think they've been open up. I think they've been open up for a while now, actually. But now Nordstrom's and Neiman Marcus have a New York City location. See, when Lord & Taylor leaves and Neiman Marcus kind of enters, it's kind of sad, actually. I mean, I think Lord & Taylor might not have a choice but to reopen up a new location in New York City, although it'll be mission impossible for Hudson Bay to find a new space. That's for sure. But who knows? They might come back to New York City just so that they can be committed back to New York City. But I still don't get them opening up a flagship store on Walmart.com. I think that's bullshit, honestly. Oh. Nice. Nice, very nice. All right. I think you guys pretty much get the point about Hudson Bay. So, anyways, anything new on Riverside? There's nothing new on the shops in Riverside at the moment. They did put some. There's some new elevator that they put in that goes from the main level to the basement, but I don't think it's open yet. I'm gonna actually check the mall now. I don't think they've added any new stores. I don't think. So, anyways. I think they're the ones that make the final decision. I don't know if there are any leases or anything, but I haven't heard any other news and stuff. Shop Riverside Mall map. Yeah. Yeah, I am totally with you on that one. NYC is not a great place to live. I mean, I have some friends from New York City, and I get it. They like the city thing, but guys, trust me, New York City is not for me. I'm sorry. It's just not my cup of tea. I prefer the nice suburbs. I mean, listen. The city is great to visit, but not to live. That's for sure. This is really, yeah. I would hate it. I would just horrible. Yeah. Yep. I was actually in New York City to see the Christmas tree, a couple months ago. Yeah. I went into this McDonald's and the bathroom was so fucking gross. I mean, the fact that it's 24 hours, I mean, you should fucking have someone clean that bathroom. Like, I went in there and it was gross. It was fucking gross. Just horrendous. Like, absolutely horrendous. Yeah, that too. But apparently, according to Eddie Lampert, he sees the Kmart in Penn Station as a quote profitable store, which I don't think. I personally, I don't think any of the Sears and Kmart stores are profitable. But maybe that's just me. I think it was a little outside Rockefeller Center, but it was around that area. But they just had really disgusting bathrooms. Like, ugh. Like, I might actually go leave a Yelp review and say the bathrooms here were absolutely gross. And speaking of not maintenance, let me actually go ahead and shift this conversation to the disastrous at AMC Garden State 16 last night. So actually, I went there. I mean, obviously, I was there because I walked around the mall, and guys, it was a fucking madhouse. Only 2 out of the 6 ticket machines were working, and the lines just to buy tickets was ridiculous. I mean, come on, AMC. You can do better than that. You can do better than fucking having 5 ticket machines broken and only 2 of them working. So, but whatever. Simon, it depends on the property. Honestly, I'll be honest with you there. It honestly depends on the property. Typically, malls like to handle their restrooms well, but again, it depends on the type of property it is. Like the Riverside ones, they keep their restrooms clean because obviously the mall's upscale as shit. So, anyways, yeah, I don't either. They almost called the cops on me at a Simon property. Westfield, they don't really care as long as you're not filming security guards. They don't really care. Make Eric, yeah, that's another one to watch too. Um, but I haven't really seen people get in trouble at Simon recently. I think Simon changed their rules. They actually now say on their code of conduct. They finally it took them fucking it took them a decade to get this perfect. Yep, HomeSense. Yeah, GGP is fine. HomeSense. Yeah, GGP typically doesn't care. HomeSense is opening up new stores. Yep, they have one in Paramus. I don't know how I can say. Westfield restrooms are not bad. Simon Wall's code of conduct. No, that's a fucking Flickr picture. Hold on. Yeah, they actually updated it in January. So listen, this is how they say it. So no video photography or video recordings of any kind for commercial use. Video is listen to this part. Video is acceptable for non-commercial use and non-disruptive purposes, which basically means that elevator photography at Simon Malls is allowed because filming an elevator is not being disruptive. Bed Bath and Beyond is closing in Parsippany. Yep, I'm aware of that. It's set to visit Totowa and I think 2 other stores. I'm not so sure where they are. But yeah, so Simon finally fucking changed that. It took them almost a decade to figure that one out, but I'm happy they did. They might actually start having respect for people that film elevators, which is good. I think they have to appeal to that audience. They have to, especially considering that it's become a much bigger community on YouTube than it was 10 years ago. I mean, you gotta remember back in 2009 and 08, you didn't really have a lot of elevator filmers. So, hi Peyton, how are you? But anyways, so yes, I can see you. Sure, I'm actually gonna be wrapping up this live stream. in actually a minute or so. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. I'm actually just wrapping up a live stream right now, so um anyways, so if you guys have any last minute questions, please make sure to answer them now because I actually just found out that I have to go. So any questions? Yeah. Yep, the Sports Authority by IKEA still sits abandoned. That's right. Still sits abandoned to this day. Any other questions, guys? We're going once, going twice. Any other questions? Just let me know because I actually do have to go now, considering my friend just came on the live stream. So if you guys have any last minute questions, please let me know now. Because I probably won't be having another Q&A live stream for a couple of weeks. I have a lot of stuff coming up. With that's why. Yeah. So, anyways. Yes, I will try and get me and Ian to film the store. If the iconic one closes in downtown Hackensack, I'll see if me and him can do a video there. So, all right, guys. Unfortunately, it is that time. Unfortunately, I do have to go. I have to wrap up this live stream. So, anyways, guys, thank you again for watching this Q&A live stream number 22. Q&A live stream number 23 probably will be coming out right before Easter week.